thinking that Black women have a problem thinking that men are supposed to save them. You save yourself. Once you save yourself, you will attract men from all races, just as I do. I could go into Africa, I could go in America, I could go into Asia and attract any type of man. But for me to isolate my feelings towards one race, and I'm raising a Black.
Very.
See what's happening, guys. Welcome to my channel. It's Real Talk Anna. Remember the Queen of Kings, all that controversy. Everybody says she was race baiting. She was always talking about the Black men and talking about how they don't take care of their children, allegedly, talking about how they're not good, they're not family oriented, everything that you can think of, allegedly, she was saying on all these social media platforms. She has a really, really big following. Her following is huge. You know, look right there. This is TikTok right here. Big following. So you got to think a lot of people was watching. Her main focus was over the interracial family vlogs, and she was telling Black women go out and get you one and different things like that. I want to know what you think. Let's take a look.
Honest. Let's be honest about it. Rose paid for every single aspect of your life, Brent.
Now you got to remember, she was always flaunting and saying how her white savior saved her and her 2 kids, how she used to go with a Black man and how he wasn't good anymore and how she had to get away from him. And now she went on live 2 weeks ago recently and pretty much just put her husband out on blast.
Type of man, but for me to isolate my feelings towards one race, and I'm raising a Black.
Very honest. Let's be honest about it. Rose paid for every single aspect of your life, Brent. You literally did not have anything before. Let's be honest about that. You were 32 years old, living in somebody's basement on a mattress. Didn't even have a bed. Only on a mattress. You moved into my luxury apartment with me. You were asking me, hey, come. Oh my God, you are a liar. You were asking me, hey, come to my house, and I felt uncomfortable to come to your house because you lived in the ghetto.
So this form, I have to protect us all.
And this is what the big thing was about. You see how she put her husband on blast? She was talking about all the Black men and talking about how they wasn't this and that and how they wasn't good, how they don't take care of their family. But here she is clearly talking about this good old white man. So what's with that, Rose? We want to know. And she actually accepted an invitation from Tasha K. Tasha K, say what you want to say about her, but she read her. Okay, let's go.
Especially sometimes from ourselves. And I just cannot sit up here and allow, a message that's just meant to be divided come across my platform like it's the right message, and it's not. And there are bad people in every race. There are bad men in every race. There are bad women in every race. And just like how Black men as Black fathers need to be better, we can be better Black mothers too. Because I was too raised by some toxic Black mothers. And you know what we're doing? We're blaming it all on the Black man because the Black man they need to fight harder. They need to do this. They need to do that. But we're running over here thinking that's just going to solve the problem. And then I'm seeing you get on live to discuss and cuss your husband out the very same way that you would cuss a Black man out, and he makes the same amount of money that a Black man would make.
Sorry, but 6 figure, not a lot.
Why is she acting like a Black man can't make 6 figures? What is that about? I'm just saying, like, that's wild.
All I'm saying is, do you think personally we would have followed you had you would have not been race baiting?
Yeah, I do. I do.
What would we have followed?
They wouldn't.
Tell us. What is it about you that's
the Queen Rose? The Queen Rose. I'm just outspoken. I'm blunt. I'm real. I'm raw. Like, I don't get on here like a lot of other social media influencers do and just like perfect. I don't. Like, I show y'all, and this was not my first time going crazy on, like, people that follow me, they've been through the trenches with me. Like, I bring people through the trenches of my real life.
Hold up. She proud of that? Why would you be proud of that?
With me, like whatever it may be. So, yeah, I do. Like, I'm a real person. I have personality. I'm not boring. And
Black men are trash statistically, and the white man that you put up, you threw him out there with them. So you taking it back?
That's what we're not gonna do though, because I never said the Kings were trash. I never said that.
You taking it back?
The statistics are not okay.
Okay.
Actually, the statistics are showing that black men actually take care of their kids more than any other race, actually. So I don't know why they keep saying that black fathers are so bad.
I said it was trash. I never said that.
There's a lot of statistic bad, ratchet black women too.
Yeah, there are.
Okay.
Yeah.
And there's also
there are. Unfortunately, all the crab in a bucket mentality, I get it the most from women that look like me. Yes,
and there's also, I could lip gloss too. There's also, hold on. Yes, we lip gloss. And there's also,
Tasha was clowning. I ain't gonna hold you.
Statistic, toxic black wives and black mothers.
Look at this. Look at this. This is what she would do. And that ain't her husband. That's a whole nother man that she's on there twerking, dancing for. Look at that. You somebody's mom. Look at that.
Everyone knows that relationships have arguments, right? But I could tell you without a shadow of a doubt, I've been married 18 years. You can't find one video, one text message, one email of me disrespecting and emasculating my husband before the public because I'm mad at my mom. And I had a very toxic relationship with my mother for 15 years of my marriage. We just recently got on the same page. I had more than enough triggers to be able to upload when my husband or when somebody does something to me and then I can take it out on him. But for me to say purposely upload, go live, don't act like I didn't do this. Don't act like you don't do this. Don't act like I didn't buy my car and put the bow on it. But you paraded it as if he gave you these gifts.
I didn't buy he did. He did. And that's the thing. That's what I said. I was an emotional woman and I was talking shit. So for my husband, I don't know, maybe we're both delusional together because he's not really like tripping at all. So I'm gonna be
I know he ain't tripping.
It doesn't make it right though for you to do that to your husband, even if he's not tripping, which was wild to me that he would even allow you to disrespect him like that. I mean, this is the problem, right? A lot of women say, well, I was emotional. You don't get to just say and do what you want to do because your emotions are coming out all over the place. Control your emotions.
Most men don't sweat
the small stuff. Like he really is. So I do love that for you, that you can't find any of that on you in 18 years. I love that for you. And I love how long you've been married. I love it.
Well, it's because I intentionally don't do it. I intentionally do not disrespect or emasculate my man before anybody. He can't even say that I've said that around friends. So for you to take to the internet where you make your money, both of y'all make money off the internet. Make no mistake. So when you was like, don't act like my money didn't put money down on this house.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, he over there, his face in the camera, that's his money too. And how dare you?
And that's the sad part about it, right? You on there talking about what you didn't bought and what you didn't pay. Don't act like you ain't buy this and that. You would not have your platform without him, ma'am. And why is it that when a lot of women get money, why do you have to just talk to your man like you are crazy? That ain't cute. You would not be where you're at if it wasn't for him. People tune into you because people find y'all interested because y'all are an interracial couple. If it was just you and you were blogging, I doubt it if they would tune into you. I don't see it. I'm not saying that she doesn't have fans. I think she's a beautiful young lady. I think she's probably doing her thing. I see she's doing her business, but I just don't think that would have been enough for them to tune into her. You see what I'm saying? And why, when we do get a little bit of money, why do we have to leave our men, or why do we have to belittle them? Take a look at this clip.
with 2 kids simply because I believe in myself. Since I was 16 years old, I had 2 children as a teenager. And I can honestly say that as young adults raising 2 children, we did pretty okay. I mean, we're both intelligent, ambitious, hardworking individuals. We were good partners. But about 6 years into the relationship, I began to feel stuck. While he was sticking to and accomplishing all of the goals that he had set for himself, I was feeling like my life was just becoming like a revolving door of mother and wife duties. And then the goals that I had for myself would come last. My goals definitely weren't as...
And what's wrong with being a wife and a mother? I think that's where we get lost at, right? I mean, I think as women, that's what we're supposed to be. We're supposed to be wives and mothers, right? Of course, we're other things too. But why is it looked upon as being bad? I don't see this in no other race right now, to where a lot of women are just like, you get a husband and you want out. Remember, guys, women initiate about 75-80% of divorces.
As important to him as they were to me. Sometimes I would even question if he even believed in me and really seen my vision. I would come up with all these plans on how we could, relocate to California as a family. He could continue his same career goals. I would have more resources and opportunity available to build upon the goals and visions that, I have for myself. And he would entertain it, but he never spoke life into it. It was always more so about like what could go wrong. I mean, he had his mind set on how he wanted to accomplish things for himself, and that's okay. So year after year went by, and, I held on to this idea that eventually things will work itself out. Hanging on to the potential. But all that did was made me unhappy and miserable because I was not being fulfilled.
And that's what it be, right? A lot of women be like, I wasn't fulfilled. I wasn't happy. I feel like I was missing something. I feel like something else should be happening in my life, right? And one thing about women I've noticed, right? So I'm a woman. When we are unhappy or fulfilled, we will leave. We will break up the household and everything because of how we feel that we should be. And that's not cool. We got to do better than this. Pretty woman. Pretty sure she does some type of stuff on content. She's probably pretty successful, right? But why do you got to leave your family behind to be successful? Like, that's the part I don't get.
So things never got better. It actually just got worse over time. On top of the everyday struggles of being in a relationship, raising a family, especially so young, it was just like so hard. I kind of felt like I started to lose myself. I would try to plot on the right time to leave, but honey, the right time never came.
She's on here talking about how she was plotting on the right time to leave. She didn't say nothing about that he done something wrong to her, anything. She just said she wasn't being fulfilled. I mean, what do y'all think? This is a lot. And women leave like this.
I never saved up all that money that I told myself I was going to save up. So when I did leave, I would be able to get a new house, get a new car. That never happened. And when it all hit the fan, I walked away from everything. And you know what was the hardest? The judgment and criticism that I received, especially from people I thought would be in my corner. Now here we...
Yeah, because we're not supporting a broken family. We're not rooting for you to break up your kids. Why would anybody be rooting for that? I'm not.
We are 8 years later, and life is good. Life is great. After leaving that relationship, an overflow of blessings and opportunity started to come my way. Opportunity bigger than what I had even imagined for myself. It all starts with me truly believing in myself more than anybody else. Most people are not going to see your vision the way that you do. They just not. It has been an extremely long journey of healing and me finding myself all over again, because, you know, I was in that relationship since I was 16 years old. You know, I was a mother since I was 14 years old. I didn't know who I was outside of being a mom and a wife. But I knew I was more than that. I am that too, but I'm also more than just that. And I know y'all be thinking I'm crazy when I say stuff like I'm staying single until I'm 55. And I be joking just a little bit. There's definitely some truth to that. I've experienced what it feels like to cook, clean, suck.
And you see what I'm saying? It's like, wow. It's like, when did we get like this? Right? And don't get me wrong. If something's going on terribly, like, you know, like where somebody's life is in danger, right? But I don't think people realize, I mean, people sit together because for their kids, a lot of times they're keeping their family together, but this is not what we're having out here right now. And then you got the ones that's having kids, and then they don't want to take any accountability for them having these kids. Take a look. Let me know what you think about this.
Parenting or single parenting that nobody talks about is being offered jobs, and you can't even accept the jobs because you don't know how you gonna get your kids to and from daycare, or who gonna watch them on the weekends if you need to work, or anything in that nature. I absolutely love my kids to death, but if I could talk to the younger me, I would tell me to wait. I would tell me to wait to have kids until I know that I either am financially stable or I'm having a team behind me that can help me, because everybody needs a community. And when you are alone doing this, it's the worst. It's the worst feeling in the world. I absolutely love my kids to death. I'll do anything for them. But when you are trying to give them the best, and you have multiple baby daddies that won't even be like, hey, what's your work schedule? Let me help you, because I know you done help me, because I can go to work whenever I feel like it, and I can make as much money as I feel like it, and I can do the bare minimum for my child. It's sickening. It's sickening. And I'm not.
So is it sickening to keep having kids by multiple men? Like, I'm so serious. Like, why do women keep having kids by multiple men? And you're saying he's sickening, right? Okay. Don't be wrong. That's not right either, what he's doing. But the point that you just keep saying, he's as if you're a victim. This is that victim mentality that I'm talking about right here. This, if you keep this victim mentality, how can you ever learn? Okay.
Dealing with one, not two, but three men that fail to realize that they mama needs to work too. And it hurts me to the core, because I try to do as much as I can or work around these men's schedules, far as pick up and drop off, and I always get the shit end of every stick. I try not to be the baby mama that's calling, complaining, or even asking for too much or nothing. So when I can't even take a job that they know that will better their kids' life because their kids are primarily with me, it hurts me. It hurts me because I don't ask. I don't bother.
How do you feel about, how does your decisions to have 3 kids, how does that hurt your kids? I mean, I'm serious, and I have nothing against this young lady, right? But I think women are having kids by men they don't know. And then you're mad and you're crying about it, which I understand the emotion. But how did you think this was going to go down if you're having kids by people you don't know? Not once, not twice, but 3 times.
I don't tell if the kids need diapers, or if they needed shoes, or if they needed socks or anything. I'm not that type of mother. Even if I didn't have food, I would go to a food pantry before I called them and asked them, hey, can you help me with food? Because you know food stamps don't always feed the kids. It hurts me to the core. It hurts me. But I'm finna start standing on business. I'ma have to, and I don't give a because this shit is ridiculous. It's becoming
the mouth vulgar.
Ridiculous.
I tell you what's ridiculous. It's ridiculous of how we go time and time and again where these women are having all these children. And I'm talking about it, right? Like, what do you think is going to come out of you having all of these children without their fathers? Let me know if I'm tripping, or what do you think about these scenarios? Okay, you dogging the men that you are choosing to have babies with. Okay, where is your accountability at? That's all.